scientist because of Jacques Cousteau, probably. Because when I was about 7 years old, I used to catch a glimpse of Jacques Cousteau on television, scuba diving, and then like everything else would just sort of fade into the background, and I watched it totally transfixed. I just thought it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. It's this other world there, and it's a three-dimensional world. A lot of our world isn't really so dimensional. We don't really experience it in 3 dimensions. And the ocean, I guess, is sort of like the moon or outer space, and giving us a perception of 3 dimensions. And to be able to watch this happen, the stuff that you learn about in textbooks, the basic photosynthesis, to be able to sit there and actually watch it happen is very exciting. I think if you really, really know that you want to do something and you like work at it and you just kind of show up, you know, step up to bat, often things will work out for you. I can't really describe it, but there's this thing about waking up sometimes at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning just because you have a problem or you're an idea that you're wrestling, when you find it compelling and really interesting, and spending a lot of time on the ocean and just sort of noticing things year after year. And so kind of what appeals to me about it is being able to sort of put those pieces together slowly over time and work at something over many, many years. It's sort of like this lifelong process, like the flamenco guitar. Slowly at first, but when you chip away, eventually you start to move forward. I'm excited about a lot of things, but coming down here is invigorating and challenging sometimes. But it sort of reaffirms that I made the right career choice.
Crevassing down into the glacier is awesome. You know, the ice is tens of thousands of years old. You can see, you know, many feet into the ice, and it's deep blue like water at that point. And to essentially be surrounded in an ice mountain is pretty much something out of a comic book. This is a great area to be able to study that. The animals interacting with you. And since they fart and burp on the Richter scale, you know, that's not too pleasant. Sometimes there'll be a pod of elephant seals living right beside your lab. Which is awesome. As a scientist, you're excited because there's a strong process to study that's dramatic, and so that's really interesting. The blessing is I don't have a job. I have a hobby, and I get to work with cool people who are interesting, dynamic, and are my buds.
We were sampling in one of the stations, and couple whales just blew and sprayed our faces like really close to us. It's such amazing experiences. To collect the data and just, I mean, my dad always told me if you get a job that you really like, you never have to work, and I try to follow that saying because it's true. Like if you really like, you're not working, you're just having fun. Laura.
It's amazing, Santa Claus.
Oh, what a night.
Here.
Explore.
Dun, 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 dun. Space station. Dun, 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 dun.
So I remember the first time, so I flew to Antarctica the first time. We have this military flights, C-17s that take us from New Zealand to McMurdo Station. And the first sight of Antarctica, like all frozen planet and stuff, it's the feeling is that you entered your own National Geographic documentary, and it's just there's like no words to describe. It's like you're entering your own movie. So it's amazing. It's such a great opportunity that I had, and I get to go back, which is even awesome.
Wow, that is a cool. Wow. Wow.
Look out!
That's cool.
What the hell are we doing here?
Don't run us over!
Did anybody get any